Still blinking. Try to see if it was going to be blinking or not. That's sad. Stupid computer. Have no idea why it's blinking. But it's still blinking. Damn it. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Happy New Year. Thought it was gonna quit blinking. Damn it. I'm using the camera on the computer, and I thought it was gonna work, but it's a different camera, and I thought it was the camera that it was being bad. It's not the camera, damn it. It's the computer itself that has a glitch. I was blaming it on the camera because I have two different cameras, and it's not the camera. Wow, look who we got. Andrew and Ken, Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a better year than last year. Yeah. If you say so. Yeah. So what's going on out there? Oh, hell. And we got Pennsylvania trucker. Think he's out on the road already. Drive careful if you're out there driving. For us, we still got rain. It's a drizzle day. I went to bed around 3 o'clock this morning. Hey, Gun Term. Happy New Year, brother. Hope you have a good New Year. Hope your family and everybody's doing fine. Yeah. I thought this dang blinking was gonna stop. Killing me, man. Just killing me. Don't have a clue why it's doing it. Just hell. It is what it is. Happy New Year, you guys. Time to start off clean slate. Clean slate. Captain Spaulding. The blinking's black. Yeah, I know, boy. I'm gonna fix it real fast, I think. Not fast mechanical wise. I'll just switch cameras, take it off my green screen, go back to the old wolf in the back of me. My wolf has my back. Yeah, just wait a moment and let me get out of this. This is just killing me. Here we go. Yeah, hope you guys are doing good. You know, camera in the front of me. Take off the camera in the back of me. Yeah. Tried hard about the green screen. Just wouldn't do it. But here we are, you guys. Good morning. There we go. Yeah. Better than nothing. Yeah, all this time I was blaming on something else. Easy to blame it on somebody else, something else. But when you start picking it apart, you slowly find out. But let's try the camera on the computer itself. There we go. There's my ugly mug. There we go. Yeah, try it this way. There we go. We have guests over right now. Downstairs, we got them. There we go. There you go. Hey, bro. Hey, Van. No more meds, man. I put them all in the toilet. If you believe that, you're crazy. My leg is still split. It looks like an axe. Split my kneecap. Well, not my kneecap, just the skin around it. You can still see my kneecap. But it's closing up. The healing is the swollen went all the way down to normal, and now it's just slowly closing. So yeah, pretty nice. Yeah. You guys with the wrenches try to be tolerant. Don't be quick. Don't be quick to throw people on timeout. Just do what I would have done. You get 10 people watching, 5 thumbs up. Feels we all are, buddy. Just because we have one don't mean we gotta be one. Captain Spaulding, buddy. How you doing? Welcome to our show. I trust you had a happy New Year's. Kevin, I am wondering, make you a round the world go, huh? Yeah, boy. Yeah, you guys, I'm just here for the ride. Sit back and enjoy the ride. It's okay to BS with everybody. BSing is good. Boy, I tell you, yesterday was a wild weather day. You just go outside and ride it. We had high winds. The winds were kicking up. Rain was pounding. Boy, it was just a kick-ass day yesterday. I had a very good. My cousin and I went out. We had lunch at like Wings and Things. kind of like buffalo wings. Exact same kind of place. I had a double deck bacon cheeseburger, some fries. My brethren, he had a plate of or a basket of hot wings, but they were like nuke hot wings, and he had to finish it without wiping his face, without drinking. And those dogs were pretty hot, and he was he was crying. Snot was running down his face. His face was beet red. It was quite the picture. Oh hell! Boy, that's weird. No, we had typhoon style weather here. I was just it was all throughout Kentucky and the whole Kentucky Nashville, Kentucky area, um Tennessee area and stuff. Mass amount of rain came down, filled up the lake, maybe around 4 inches. Pretty cool. Been raining for 3 days, Van. Van, where do you live? What part of the state? Oh, welcome to the summer of PI. Yeah. Oh, you're in Manila? Okay, brother. We my Joshi's uncle, he has a house over by Shokat Highway with at the beginning of the Shokat Highway is there's a beginning and there's the end. He's there at the beginning, and then the end is over at the terminal where the immigration office is. That's where you catch the white van. It's like the shuttle bus van taking you back and forth. Oh, well, hopefully you're not about to do anything because you got to be careful. Hey, Ed, Happy New Year, brother. I hope everything is going good with you and your family. I hope all health and everything is good with you and your family. Hope your YouTube skills is getting better. Every day gets better. You know, the more you're on YouTube, the better it gets. All it takes is practice. If you need any help, just ask Bama. Just ask Bama. Oh shit! Had to do that, Ed. Had to do that. Oh hell. uh Manjo. Happy New Year, sister. Just oh you well yeah well doing this is kind of like therapy, a hobby. Bim, give never get my channel. No. I mean, if you need any help, like a helping hand. Just ask for advice. He could probably give you a lot of advice. That's what I was trying to tell you. He's been doing it for a long time, longer than me. He has a lot of experience. Hell. Ed MJ did. I'm sorry about that. MJ did a good job. Did a good job. What did MJ do? Kind of hard to believe he's doing a good job of anything, but if you try, you could do a good job, I guess. All you got to do is try. Got to shave today. Middle of the night, I had to get up and change my dressing on my leg, on my knee. Felt like a wet diaper on my knee. It was already soaking from my plasma that's coming out of me. So I had to get up in the middle of the night. Well, I went to bed at 3. So around 3 o'clock, I just changed it before I crashed. Got up at 8. That stuff that's coming out of my leg, it's just like a slippery gel stuff that's like coming out of my leg, like a fluid that's constantly flowing. The doctor said eventually it will stop, like when my leg closes up. But damn, I'm just hoping it'll hurry up and get better. Well, it is getting better, just kind of slow. I don't know where. Yeah, you guys have to stretch my leg out. Oh, really? Why is that, Captain Spaulding? How come Bam is getting the real butt hurt? That don't sound very good. The truth hurts. BigKevin. Oh, the truth hurts, big guy. Huh. Bam is a. Yeah, go to MJ channel to see the. Yeah, that that would be kind of interesting. I'm not sub to him. He came on my show last night, guest wise. I mean, in the audience, asking how everybody's doing. He used to come on my show quite a bit, but he kind of dogged me pretty bad. Don't know why, but he did. And after that, he just left a bad taste in my. I kind of don't don't forgive, but don't forget. MJ's your boy now. Yeah. No, yeah, well, possible. MJB. Oh, JLB. What is he doing? Ask about Fazio. Don't they live on the same island or visit something like that? Yeah. Too much drama, you guys. I mean, drama is interesting, but well, Van, everybody knows that. I mean, that's a long, that's old news. Seabound, how you doing, man? Yeah, Bama, Bama's okay. Just a little bit. Everybody's a little bit different, I guess. Hmm. Another year to get you home. Hmm. What are you doing, Ken? You don't got no work today? No, nobody's going to work today. Just hanging out. Yep. What happened? What happened, Seabound? Pennsylvania truck number one, Bama number one fan. Kevin, your sub hate Pennsylvania, can't you see? Yeah, a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are trolls wherever you go. Yeah, Van, you're not a troll, buddy. You've been around for a long time. But you know, we got good trolls, we got medium trolls, we got trolls that are like flies, and then we got hate trolls. Trying to keep out the hate trolls. The medium trolls are okay. The good trolls are good. Well, it just froze up, it looks like. There we go. Having a little bit of technical. Having a delay on my computer. Stupid ass thing. Yeah, this computer's a pain. Anyway. Yeah. Oh. Then of course I am a troll. I see evil. Yeah, there's a lot of evil out there. But like I said, there's a lot of good guys, bad guys. Kevin, listen to your. Oh my God. Who is this clown? At least you made me laugh. That's pretty good. Frank still loves me, huh? What kind of freak? What kind of freak show is this? Oh gosh. Once I'm trying to make this a happy new year, and I'm having a clown come on my show. Come on, guys. Let's take off the mask and come on out. Pia, you need attention that much, dog. You're supporting a loser. Oh. 21 people watching today. Good morning to you guys. We're not going to be on all day. Captain Spaulding. We don't like PA Trucker. Captain Spaulding, how come you don't like PA Trucker? Hey, Thunder, how you doing, brother? Mark, Happy New Year, brother. You know, Mark, if you give me your email address, I'll let you come on the show. You would always be good assistance on the show. I don't have your Facebook, but I'd love to have your email address. Too many times out. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to tell him to be gentle, easy on the timeout. Don't be so light skinned. Well, we got Randall in the house. Happy New Year. RPW, Happy New Year. Seen Aloe this morning. He was on Dave's show briefly. That was kind of nice to see Aloe pop his head up, saying hi to Dave and everybody. I like Aloe. Always have. Huh. Well, brother, this ain't a hate channel. Hell, I'll even put you on timeout. Try to threaten me. Yeah. Try to keep a little bit of sanity, you know. You want to come on the show, try not to be too much of a dumbass. That's always nice. Hmm. That was weird. There we go. Yeah, hell. Kevin, my email is I'm sorry, brother. Kevin, my email is in the chat. Shit. Hey Ed, I just put you on my friend Facebook. Didn't know you had a Facebook. There we go. Oh, thanks, Ed. Hmm. All right, Mark. There you go, brother. Thanks, Ed.
Hey, Kev.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year's, mate.
Uh,
Geez, it looks like the show's been a bit crazy lately. What's going
well,
on with
we got a couple of trolls that popped up, showed their heads.
some of
Time.
the some of the comments didn't look like they needed to be timed out for, or
Well, yeah, I'm trying to tell Pennsylvania trucker to be a little bit more easier on the trigger.
it's a bit like Ed, mate. Quick draw McGraw.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to have him not be so quick to cut off the head.
Yeah, yeah. Look, just a bit of advice, PA trucker. If it's abusive or attacking somebody, yeah, I can understand that. But if it's something that you just don't like, then you got to leave it. We're not all going to agree.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. What time is it do you have right now?
Here it's 2:55 a.m. Yeah, Ed, you timed me out, you bugger.
You- So AM you're talking about.
Yeah, 2:55 a.m., mate.
Oh damn, so it's way past your bedtime.
Yeah, well, I had drinks for New Year's Eve and I didn't go to bed till probably 6 a.m. and slept half the day away. So now
Oh,
I'm awake.
you're still amped.
Yeah, pretty well.
Oh, amped, wired, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes I get some of my medicine makes me drowsy, and if I take a nap during the daytime, um, some of my meds make me want to take a nap, and if I take a nap, I'm up for like 5 6 hours, and in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the body only needs so much sleep, so And I find if I sleep too much, I just get overtired, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah. What is Eyes saying? Can we have 800 subs that will? Yeah. Whatever.
Bummer needs a sponge bath. That's a horrible thought, Seabound.
I don't know, but there's a lot of things going on in the Philippines right now.
You know, I was talking about this the other day. It hasn't been too bad. I think the drama's quietened down a little bit. It seems to peak and then drop off a little bit.
Well, if it was slow down, that'd be pretty good. If
Yeah,
it would mellow down, I guess, mellow out.
I think you know, and I've tried to talk to a particular person about this. I think the more you react to trolls, the more that they'll poke you with a stick.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's better to have a bit of thick skin and just
deal with it, or just go with it.
yeah. And you know what? The truth of the thing is, and you know this, Kev. Some trolls are quite intelligent and they're funny about it.
No, yeah, like I said, we got some pretty good trolls out there, like Hemi and Spelden and those guys that will pick you apart if you give them the opportunity. Just don't
Yeah.
give them the opportunity. You know,
Well,
you
that's it.
got to go with
You got,
them a little bit.
and some of them you got to sift through it and just get rid of them altogether. You know,
Yeah,
something's going to change.
yeah. But like I said, Hemi and Psychosis and those guys, they've been very nice to me since I've been on since 2015, and they've been very nice to me. So,
Yeah, I haven't had a lot to do with those guys. Ed, you're not a troll, Ed. Um, I
well,
mean,
I told her somebody that doesn't show their face or their name.
and just abuses people, but you don't do that, Ed. I mean, you've had your say a couple of times, and I guess some people don't like what you have to say, but that doesn't make you a troll.
Yeah,
I'm a housebroken
just
troll.
to ask Ed. That's all.
Uh, I like this one. I'm a housebroken troll. I go on the paper.
There you go. Yeah, that was funny. I'll drink to that. I don't drink no more, but I mean, that was good.
I just came in and then I was seeing shit happening, and I was seeing Gunner uh, having a complaint about things, and Gunner's usually pretty good. You know,
Well, Gunner's been with me for a long on and off for a long time. He got pissed at me for a while.
so I like me and Gunner get on pretty well. So yeah, I if Gunner's complaining about something, I'll usually listen because he's pretty straightforward, down the line sort of guy.
Yeah, he's a straight shooter.
Yeah,
He don't pussyfoot.
shifty eyes, or is that go go bobo? Should I say? You know, I don't need attention. You fool. You know, the fact that I like focus has got nothing to do with anybody else. You know,
Oh, I
so
like Focus too.
yeah, yeah,
Focus is a good supporter of our channel.
yeah. Uh, Tweet in the Philippines? No, no, because I recognized the accent, and I know a lot of guys said that they thought he was black, but I never got that impression from Focus. Oh, thanks, Captain Spaulding. You know, I think the thing is with Focus, the fact that he's been seen with Barry now, I think that's going to bring him a lot of attention and probably unwanted
Negative
attention.
attention you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, unwanted attention. And
Yeah.
I can understand that because Barry has had a reputation of burning his bridges, mate.
Yeah. Burning it and stamping it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Never burn your bridges, especially when it comes to friends, family, and friends again.
Well, and supporters, people who have supported him in the past, he's burnt them.
Yeah.
And that's the worst when you start burning your subs. I mean, yeah, you can just go down from there.
But I mean, he's an interesting person.
Well, look, I started watching him, and it's funny because I only learned about him through Riff Raff Radio, and I wanted to see what all the attention about was about. At first, I couldn't see what the big deal was, but over time, I can understand why a lot of people have something against him, and you know,
Well, I know where he's coming from about struggling. I struggled a little bit, but I found a way to get out of it. I started teaching at the Korean school when I lost everything. I learned how to use what I have for me.
yeah. Well, see, I don't think people disliked him because he was struggling. I think they disliked him for the way he went about trying to fix the problem.
Because we're like right now, did he leave? Did he come back? Does anybody know?
Who come back?
Barry, did he go to Singapore?
Uh, I have no idea. If you want my honest opinion, I would say no. But that's just, I'm just a guess, really.
Because I mean, if I was in his shoes and if I left and I would broadcast that I left, that I got out, and now I'm gonna try to come back in, and I would have had a party when I came back in. I mean, here I am, guys. But I never seen that from him.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Most people would have had a victory party.
like Ed just said, the real question is, did he or didn't he? Um, and we can only surmise, really.
Well,
I
from his track history.
would say no.
Yeah.
Shifty Eyes. It's not that he's supporting a criminal. He's been trying to help him out and get him straightened out. Um, my argument is I don't think you can, but if Focus wants to try, that's up to him. That's his business. I don't think any of us have a right to um, degrade Focus because he wants to try and help somebody.
Well, that's how a human part of us is reaching out and helping somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
I think most people have a human part, and it reaches out, especially for looks like Focus is that kind of person that goes out will go out of his way to help somebody. You know,
yeah.
that's just what he looks like.
That's just in Focus's nature. He was a paramedic in his job, so I guess that caring part
Well,
of him is always
like I
come out.
said, see, please help me. I'll give you some help, brother.
But
Um,
even Focus's help is limited as well. I know that for a fact. So Focus will only do so much from him. He expects Barry to help himself as well.
yeah, that's always good. Give a little, take a little. You give me some help. Be appreciative. Take the help. Use it.
Oh, that's nice, Ken. Have a good time, mate. Look, like I said,
Oh, that's nice, Ken. Have a good lunch.
Focus is my friend, and I'm not going to can him for trying to help somebody.
If
I've
your
already,
daughter's taking you out for lunch, that means she's gonna pay or you gonna pay. You pay. It's the new year.
I don't know what sort of reaction you're expecting, Shifty Eyes, or should I say go. But give it up. Seriously, you're not helping yourself. You're not giving yourself any credibility. The fact is, I'll pick my own friends and my own enemies. Now, if I want to change my mind about someone, that's my prerogative.
Good for you, Ken.
Dean, you're probably right. It doesn't seem to be that way. And when he's given the opportunity, he seems to blow it.
He'll bite your hand.
Yeah, it kind of like that, Kevin.
Well, because sometimes when you see a dog, you want to pat the dog, and the dog seems nice, and right when you get ready to pat him on the head, the dog bites you.
Yep, that happens. But sometimes we got to find out what somebody's like for ourselves. I don't think
No,
you're
you
being.
got to learn for yourself.
It's not. I don't think it's real intelligent to just judge somebody by what somebody else says. You need to judge yourself. Yeah, whatever, go. Yeah, Captain Spaulding. I think that's dead right. I don't think he will either.
Yeah, but a leopard could change its spots, right?
Well,
Or is that a Black Panther?
they say a leopard can't change its spots.
I seen a Black Panther, and it had spots, but they were like darker spots.
A panther is just a jaguar, and the spots.
Oh, puma.
No, jaguar,
Oh,
and you find that the spots, you'll still see the spots underneath them if you look real close. The black is a mutation.
yeah, I like Black Panther, but I also like a puma. Aren't they both the same kind of cat?
No, different again.
Different countries or just a different cat itself?
Puma you get in parts of South America and North America. The jaguar, as far as I know, is, I believe, only South America, but I could be wrong. But I believe it's only South America.
Well, what's that one in India?
In India, you get tigers.
Yeah, but I thought Mowgli had a Black Panther friend.
Yeah, that was, I think, leopard.
Or was that a black leopard?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think when the black mutation, they become panthers.
Well, they sure look pretty. I mean, those are one of my. I mean, of looks wise of the big cats. That and the tiger.
I watched a YouTube clip a while ago of a 200-pound black panther taking on a 300-pound anaconda, mate, and the panther beat it.
Really?
Yeah, which was I was worried about. I thought the anaconda would get it, but nah.
Oh, because I seen an anaconda fight a tiger, and the anaconda won.
Yeah, well, there is a it's a YouTube clip. The panther is actually protecting its mate and cub.
Well, it was quite the hell of a fight. Well, did the panther kill it, or did it just escape?
No, it killed it.
Oh, that's some good food then. Must taste like chicken. Because they always say all snakes, everything tastes like chicken.
Well, you see those cats, they're powerful. I mean, you see leopards and that, carry 200-pound carcasses up a tree.
Yeah.
Hey, Rain.
Oh, we don't we only big cat we have in Alaska is a lynx, and those get around 50 to around maybe 100 pounds. Raymond, Happy New Year's, brother. Yeah, a lynx is a big cat. Not, the paws are the size of a man's hand.
Yeah, I've seen the link. They're the ones with the little like tufts off the ears.
Well, yeah, but see, there's a bobcat that's like around 2 times smaller, 3 times smaller than a lynx. A lynx is like almost size of a big dog. The lynx can get pretty huge. But I'm talking about like Alaska lynx. There's Canadian lynx,
Jazzy.
maybe Russian. They don't have no borders.
Yeah, I've watched a few shows where, especially in North America, they have the pumas or the mountain lion and attacking people. I mean, they're powerful animals.
Yeah, well, we are invading their territory. The North American big cat, the mountain lion, they're running out of space.
Yeah, well, that's happened with the brown bear, the wolves.
Yeah.
Now I think in pretty sure California and a lot of other states are having troubles with coyotes and those coy dogs.
Oh yeah, those coyotes they mix with they come in and grab the female dogs.
Yeah, I know they're having a bit of an issue with them. You don't get them where you are?
Oh, I no, that the way we yeah, we do. We do. We seen a coyote down here. Yeah, but I mean we seen it towards in between where we live in Nashville. It was in between the highway going back and forth, like in the island of the road. It was like minding its own business, no problem at all.
Okay.
But yeah, we got coyotes.
Yeah, well, they seem to be, I guess, as the population spreads out, they become a bigger problem.
Well, we have here in Kentucky and Tennessee, we have like deer, like reindeer, like white-tailed deer, and we have turkeys and wild turkeys and all kinds of animals just running around like right and left. I mean, literally, they get ran over almost every day. You see roadkill on the highway, on the road, in our driveway, in our yard. You see deer. I got pictures and stuff and of the animals in our yard and stuff. We got eagles flying around, hawks, and we got those giant. They're called turkey vultures flying around overhead. Look like somebody died on the ground and they're circling. But they see the roadkill and they're just circling around.
There's a question here from you from Gogo Bobo's sister. Kevin, I have a question. When you arrive in Anchorage, Alaska, how hard is it to get to Dutch Harbor?
Oh, brother, it's easy. You just get on a damn plane from in Anchorage. Just there's a plane going daily going to Dutch Harbor. Depends on the weather though. But right now is crabbing season, the beginning of brown crab season. January and February is crab season. So Now is the time. But you could get on a ship in Seattle. That's where all the ships come from. The crab vessels come from Seattle, and then they make their way up to Anchorage, and then they go to the Aleutian Islands. But yeah, you could get an airplane ticket, go to Anchorage, get an airplane ticket maybe for maybe $250 one way, and then get on. Hopefully, you could get on a ship if you get a trade, like a deckhand or some kind of trade, and you could get on a ship pretty easy. As a greenhorn, and you could get a job, and you could make around $40,000-$50,000 in around 3 months. Pretty damn easy.
Yeah, Alaska would be one of those places that would be unreal to see.
You know, if you're young and you're ambitious and you're single, go to Alaska, and you can and if you got a good trade like welding, electrician, carpenter, machinist, you can get a job easily. Within one day, you can get a job if you're skilled.
It's a bit like in Australia. You can go out to the mines and make good money.
Yeah, that's what I've been. I worked up in the oil industry. I worked on the ship, and I worked in the mining industry.
What's in Alaska, Eskimo ladies? I'd
Oh,
like to just
hey,
sit.
I was married to an Eskimo. I was married to an Alaska native, so be careful.
I'd just like
I got two sons. Plus, I got other little bastards running around, but they're not little no more. They're all men. But yeah, I got a lot of I like brown skinned women. So I started out with Alaska Native women. I only had maybe two or three white women when I was like in my teens, and then I graduated to brown skinned women. And then when I had a failed marriage, I went to the Philippines because in Anchorage we got a lot of Filipinos, but some of them work the bars, and I talked to them and everything. I became friends with some of them, and they told me to go check out the Philippines, and
someone.
they go ahead.
Someone's asking, Kev, how many years were you married?
Well, I was married for over 17 years.
Oh wow!
I have two sons.
Gunno saying is Eskimo pussy really cold as they say?
Well, they in the military they have a march, and they go left, right. I don't know what you've been told, and then they go, Eskimo pussy mighty cold, and then they go, you're right, you're wrong, you're right, so some of the guys that know, because you go to Anchorage, you got a whole bunch of military bases in Alaska, so some of them know. But they don't do that march in Alaska. They don't do that march drill in Alaska. That's not too funny.
No, it wouldn't be appropriate.
But yeah, we got famous bases. A lot of military people want to go to Alaska for going for their tour because they get overseas pay. Alaska's classified as overseas, so they all get overseas pay and they all get good money. And plus, a lot of people want to when their time is up in the military, they want to retire in Alaska because of they fall in love with fishing, hunting, if they're outdoorsmen.
Yeah, well, it's
Kind of like the Philippines,
Well, Alaska.
We fall in love with the environment and the people.
Well, Alaska's a pretty wild place still.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's still that's why they call Alaska the last frontier.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen some of those towns out there where they got to put spikes on their windows, on the shutters, and spikes on the doormats during the polar bear season.
Well, so yeah, that's way up there in Barrow, Alaska, and um um Kodiak, no, not Kodiak, Nome, Alaska, and Kotzebue, Alaska, all up there in that ring. That's where the polar bears roam and stuff. But those places are a little bit inland. Polar bears want to stay close to the food, the sails and stuff. When they pop their heads up above the ice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to come across one of those.
Well,
Gee.
polar bears are fearless, so that fearless means they have no enemy because they have nobody except man, and man doesn't usually go up there too often. So when they see something, they walk up to it and kill it. So when they see a man, they don't charge a man because they're not afraid of a man because they don't know what it is. They just see food, so they just gonna go up there and kill you.
Yeah,
But a
well,
lot
I
of
heard.
animals, when they see you, they charge you because they want to hurry up and kill you because they're afraid or they're spooked.
I heard that the polar bear is one of the only animals on Earth that will hunt a man for food. They'll actually get a sniff of you and hunt you down for food.
That's because they're hungry and they can't see, they can't get a sail, so then they're gonna catch your scent and they'll track you down, but they're not gonna run you down. They'll just keep on following you. But a lot of us is going to be on a dog sled. Those are the old timers, but a lot of people is going to be on a snow machine.
Yeah, well, I know that I'm pretty sure they're the biggest of all the bears, and
Well, we no,
man,
we have a Kodiak brown bear that is the biggest, and then we have a polar bear, and then we have a grizzly bear, and then we have the black bear.
oh no, I was pretty sure the polar bear is bigger than the grizzly.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. But we had the Kodiak brown bear, and then we had the polar bear, then we have the grizzly bear, and then we have the black bear.
Yeah, but you're saying the Kodiak's bigger. I'm pretty sure the polar bear is bigger than the Kodiak.
No, no, look up the Kodiak brown bear is the biggest bear out of all the bears.
Well, I'm gonna do a Google search right now, Kev.
All right. The Kodiak brown bear is the biggest carnivorous meat eater out of all the animals. But the Wolverine is the meanest, and the Wolverine will chase away the all animals, and most animals will run instead of fight the Wolverine. It's not worth fighting over a kill.
The polar bear is it's a close call, but the polar bear is generally considered the largest bear on Earth. Close second is the brown bear, specifically the Kodiak. So yeah, the
Really?
polar bear and then the Kodiak, mate.
There must be is that a well, just a moment. Is that an Australian Google? Because there's a difference, I think.
Well, no, this is an American site.
No, no, that was a joke.
Uh,
That,
it
that,
just said
that, was humor.
largest bear, the polar bear. It's a close call, but the polar bear is generally considered the largest bear on Earth. A close
Huh.
second, brown bear, specifically the Kodiak bear.
Okay.
The Kodiak is a subspecies of the brown bear native to Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have grizzlies and Kodiak. We have grizzlies and brown bears in Kodiak.
Yeah, yeah.
Grizzly bears are mountain animals, and brown bears are water coastal animals that
I
you're
know
gonna see along the water side.
the grizzly is a brown bear, and I know that the Kodiaks are the biggest of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you ever see
but
that guy? I forgot what they used to call him. I can't. But he was living with bears amongst bears there for a long time, and then one of them ate him and his girlfriend.
dumbass. Because they're crazy. When I'm not sure, I heard what you were talking about. There was this TV show called Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, I
Um,
love that
and
show.
I would never let my kids watch that show, because that guy was showing a tamed animal, and he was playing with a tamed animal, and there's a lot of kids that watch that stuff, and they think all bears are going to be playful and everything, so they are being fooled. And I would never let my kids watch that show, because I don't want them to think that bears is a teddy bear and they want to be your friend. Bears are your enemy, and they're not gonna be playful when they come to you, when they see you in sight, especially when there's cubs around, and the female will kill you, and the male will kill the cubs.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. But I've seen some of those tame bears have turned on their trainers at times and killed them.
Yeah, same with all wild animals. Same with those tigers. In at that those two guys in Vegas. That one tiger um
Yeah, yes,
kind of attacked its trainer.
yeah, that's it, Gabe. Grizzly man, that's the guy. And
Mm,
then they end up attacking and eating him and his girlfriend.
damn. And there's a famous Japanese photographer, and he was killed in his sleep, in his tent, by he was taking pictures of this grizzly bear way up in, maybe in um way up in Alaska, on the coast, over by Nome area, and he was taking pictures of the grizzly bear. And that night he went back to his tent and go to sleep, and the grizzly bear attacked him and killed him in his tent. They found him. They found the guy mangled inside of his sleeping bag. He never had a chance.
I I was I don't know what I was watching at some stage, and they talked about in the old days when they used to fight different animals against each other, and they reckon that they would put a grizzly against a Spanish bull, and the grizzly would cave in the bull's head with just a swipe of its paw.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
massive.
Well, they used to do that stuff, and remember the gladiators? They had those animals like that.
Yeah, but the bear is probably one of the grizzly, especially, is probably one of the strongest land animals around. One on one, I don't think much would come close to it.
Well, no, the Alaska Wolverine is the most feared animal.
Oh,
Pound
they're
pound for pound is the
they're
most feared animal.
they're psychotic though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're called the devil bear. They got a pretty good track record.
Seriously, shifty eyes, go, you give it up, will you? Honestly, mate, you're making yourself
But
look like a fool.
yes, there you go. Shifty eyes. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, PA Trucker. I mean,
Don't
I
don't don't always stick your foot in your mouth.
exactly. In that case, he got both feet in his mouth.
Yeah, see, stuff like that. We told, it's kind of like a spoken rule with all YouTubers. We don't talk about families. Um, we would
And you
keep them out.
and you don't make shit up about people either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if the person is here in the chat room, then we can sling mud a little bit at the person. That's okay. But if they're not around, you might as well just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, okay, Rain Man. I'll give you that one, Rain Man. The Kung Fu Panda Bear is the most dangerous bear. He can drop kick your ass.
There you go, brother. Pooh Bear. There you go. Cave bear. Well, yeah, back in the Stone Age, they had a cave bear that was I think it was like 5 times bigger than the Kodiak.
I tell you, the cutest bear really would have to be the koala bear.
Yeah, but those guys are mean. If I understand those guys, if they're not high off of the eucalyptus, they would be pretty mean.
Yeah, I've seen guys get their arms ripped to shreds. They got powerful claws, and they're not as friendly in the wild as you see in the zoos.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ed,
They're pretty mean.
I'm having a cigarette right now, Ed, and I'm enjoying it, mate. Yeah, Rain Man, panda bears are pretty cute. We got two of them at the Adelaide Zoo, and they are.
They're pretty powerful also for being they're like a size of a black bear.
Well, yeah, but he's right. They are very cute. They're
Roly
one.
poly. Well, that's what Kung Fu Panda is.
And I told you, Ed, when I get there, I will reclaim my throne.
No. Well, at least sit next to him, having a barbecue. Shit. I'm gonna go where all my friends are.
That's it.
I want to go to someplace warm. I don't want no place miserable where everybody's happy.
Well, the problem is, if I did all the right things and changed my ways and ended up in heaven, I'd probably have to sit there reading extracts out of the Bible all day, and I don't really feel like doing that.
Well, I'm not a good singer, so I don't really want to sing hymns.
You're gonna cook one of my goats. Oh, thanks, Ed. Oh, geez. I tell you what, though, Ed, I'll give it to you, mate, because giving up smoking is going to be one of the hardest things to do.
Hmm. Hey, Peter, Happy New Year. What's up, bro? Speak of the devil.
Did someone say his name 3 times?
Oh,
Happy New Year, Charlie.
yeah, Charlie. Happy New Year. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just sit here and talk to the guys in the chat.
All right.
Jesus, Van Turner. Jesus. It looks like someone's got a lot of friends here. Oh, Year of the Dog, is it? The Chinese New Year. Now that sounds better, Randall. Oh, shit. Well, Van Turner, if that hasn't sent him away from the chat, nothing will. So, Ed, you must be. How's the giving up going? Is it you're struggling? Jesus, Gunner. Actually, I had some Chinese last week, Gunner, and I swear I heard a meow. Likes big me. Okay. 2019 is the year of the pig. Okay. Although, I think the Chinese New Year starts on a different date. I'm not sure. Yeah, Gunner, that's how I look at it too, mate. uh, in the Philippines, year of Terry MGTOW. Well, I was hoping that 2019 would be the end of the drama, but I got a feeling it's not going to be. Well, if you're the same guy I think you are in Melbourne, we got a chapter there, mate. Yeah. Had any bikes ride past the house yet?
Peter, take off. Is he still with us?
I think he took off after someone asked him
Quick,
about
come
having
in.
a boy up his ass.
Oh, really? So soon? Come on, Peter, damn it. You should have a little bit tougher skin than that. You're a pro. Oh, well. Happy New Year's.
I think he likes to do his vlogs and be critical of things. I don't think he likes people being critical of him, though.
Well,
he had to protect his dumpster. Oh, Jesus.
Man, what's wrong with you, man? Huh? You got a sense of humor now?
So what time is it over there, Kevin?
Oh man, it just now hit 11:11 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And the weather is high, low overcast, couple of drizzles. Yesterday we had a typhoon for half an hour, and then it cleared off.
Yeah, we've had some hot weather lately. Been up in 42 degrees Celsius, which I think is about 107.
Oh man, we've been having funky weather. I mean, I got some subs way up north, like up in Buffalo, and yesterday one of my subs said it's around 54 degrees. and that's like a heat wave right now. It's supposed to be, they're supposed to be covered in snow right now, and there's no snow and it's raining out.
Ed, I think Kev's in Kentucky, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in southern part of Kentucky, close to Indiana, around 40 minutes out of Indiana, and I live around an hour and a half out of Nashville.
It wasn't Kev. Sorry, sorry, it wasn't Ed. It was Bob Jones asked.
Mm.
Sorry, Bob. Bob's
Oh,
in
you're
Virginia.
here in Virginia? Hey, Bob. Welcome to our show.
That's where it gets confusing because you guys are still in Fahrenheit and we're Celsius, so it gets a little bit confusing. But 30, that would be pretty cold, wouldn't it?
Well, it's not for us right now. We walk around with t-shirts and short pants on. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be like pretty cold out, but not really down here to say. But farther up north, like up in Buffalo, they supposed to be having like pretty bad weather. Yeah, Western Kentucky.
Yeah,
Nice place.
Charlie. Once it hits that 40, it starts to get a bit ridiculous, and once you start hitting over that, it's nuts. I think 38 is around about 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we get that weather in Fairbanks, Alaska, and
Yeah,
over by Tok. That gets just ridiculous hot. In Alaska, people go really, but yeah, we get really hot weather in the summertime way up north because, like I said, we're closest to the sun, and we have 24-hour sunlight, and that's why we have such good growing seasons.
oh shit,
Well,
30.
almost we have around 20 hours of sunlight, and it gets pretty hot up there in the high 90s, 100. It hit 100 a couple of times quite often. There, Tok is next to the Canadian border and the Alaska border highway, on the Tok Highway. But yeah, those are pretty much the key putt points in Alaska.
Van Turner saying 30 Fahrenheit is like 0 Celsius. Well, that's mate, that's freezing here. That'd be freeze your ass off weather here.
But we also get the opposite. We also can hit 100 below zero in some parts of Alaska, almost in the same places too. So pretty shitty in those two, in Fairbanks and in Tok. Tok is like a giant, no mountains, and it's all flatlands.
Yeah, Van Turner, 35 to 40 degrees Celsius in the summer. Yeah, I think Adelaide here we've got 40s, which is just ridiculous. But summertime, it's not unusual to have high 30s to low 40s.
Yeah, Shifty, I'm gonna have to boot you, brother. We told you about talking about kids and people and stuff. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna give you the boot myself. How's that sound?
You know what? Shift. If you're gonna accuse me of something, at least make it true. Don't bullshit. Yeah, and only other person who's ever accused me of bullshit like that is Go-Go. So it sounds like his agenda.
And yeah. Sorry, bro, but shit happens. You know what I mean?
Like I said when we talked about this earlier, Kev, some trolls you can just deal with. Others you just got to get rid of them.
Yeah. Well, I went to his homepage and I removed him. I blocked him, and now he won't be able to come back.
Hey, how you doing, Linda? I'm awake because I drank last night for New Year's Eve, and
Got fucked up. Sorry about that. Be
and,
nice though.
and slept all day. So now I'm wide awake. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, yeah, Charlie, it probably is more consistent than Melbourne. I mean, as you know, the joke with Melbourne is that it has 4 seasons in one day at times.
4
So,
seasons in one day.
yeah, Melbourne, it can change, go from hot to cold real quick and everything in between.
Wow. And what part of Australia you're in?
I'm in South Australia, Adelaide.
Is that way down south?
Actually, I think if you like, the map of Australia.
Yeah, I can picture it.
Okay, and you got the big bite out of it at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then in that bite you got two little protrusions of land that come down from there on the right hand side of it. Well, that's where Adelaide is.
Okay, I got a buddy of mine, Alan. He comes on. He was coming on my show quite a bit, and he lives in down in that area, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a real good man.
Tasmania is down south, but I think if you looked on the map of Australia, probably Melbourne sits lower on the continent, but whereas south, as you can go on the part of Australia that we're on.
And what is the industry down there? What is it? Do you live in a big city or is it a no man's land?
Oh, no. Adelaide's one of the smallest cities. Actually, people from other cities usually joke that Adelaide's a big country town. Well, we got a population, the whole of South Australia is about just over 1 million people. And I live probably 10 minutes from the city.
Oh, that's nice. You have your own place.
I did have my own home, but that's gone now through the divorce.
Oh yeah,
And
I remember you were talking about that once.
so now I just share a place with my brother at the moment.
Good to have family. We got Andrew in the house.
Hey, how you doing, Andrew? Yeah, well,
Happy New Year.
I want to get my own place sorted out before I have a go for a trip over to the Philippines, and I'll probably travel to maybe a couple of other countries while I'm there, because it'd be silly to go to Southeast Asia and just go to one country when they're all so close to each other.
Well, I wouldn't mind checking out the Great Wall of China.
Well,
That
that's
would be a good bucket list.
yeah. Although China's not, I don't know if you know much about the new president they got there. He's almost taken it backwards in time to that real hardline communist.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's not making everything friendly.
yeah. Well, they seem to be going backwards at the moment with the new president they got.
Hmm.
Yeah, Charlie, that's true. Australia has given up its manufacturing, just like, I mean, it ruined America, it's ruined the UK, and it's ruining Australia. The worst thing any country can do is get rid of its manufacturing. That's why I think Trump's good for America, wanting to bring all that stuff back.
Bring all the manufacturing jobs.
Yeah, I think he's got the right idea, because at the end of the day, what have we got out of it? You've lost jobs. You now get inferior products from some of these countries.
From China.
From China.
Only thing good for coming out of China is those drone helicopter those drones.
Yeah, the DJI or something like that.
Yeah, the DJI. I
Yeah,
love those things. I don't have one, but I they look good, and the cameras. They have good motion pictures cameras, and the drones that are pretty that they done pretty well. So not everything is cheap. coming out of China.
Well, maybe they're picking up their game, but when you look at what comes out of some of the Asian countries compared to what we used to build ourselves, it is cheap rubbish. I mean,
Yeah.
I've over the years, because I'm a big American car fan with the old school muscle cars, but look at Detroit now. Um, they're nothing what it used to be like.
Yeah. Muscle cars were pretty hot.
Yeah, but then again, that that sort of died out in the '70s when they had there was that all that big petrol crisis bullshit.
Yeah. Then
And
they all went computerized. You can't
well,
really work on them yourself unless you got a degree.
well, the thing is, the only time we have a issue with petrol is when the Middle East closes their taps to raise the price. There's plenty of petrol or plenty of oil there, but they just want to regulate the price that we pay for it.
Punish us.
Well, not punish us. They're just greedy. They want to make as much money out of it as they can.
Yeah. And we let them.
I
we
mean,
we we babysit them in military might, and
so
they kind of screw us in the oil part.
I can remember the '60s and '70s with American cars. It didn't take much to tell one car apart from another car. They had a lot of style, and each car was a really an individual, so to speak. But now all the cars are starting to look the same.
Back then, my favorite car was the Plymouth Roadrunner with the big fin in the back.
Yeah, well, they're worth a fortune now, if you can get one.
Yeah. Oh, the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, the
Remember the General Lee?
Dodge RT Charger.
Yeah. That was, well, they're both pretty similar. Same company, right? Dodge and Plymouth.
Yeah, I think Plymouth was a subsidiary of Dodge, just like
Kind
Mercury
of
was a subsidiary of
like a
Ford.
Lincoln Ford.
Yeah, and Mercury too was a
Yeah,
subsidiary of Ford.
Lincoln Mercury. Yeah, brother and sister.
Yeah,
But
but
those guys was made for the racetrack though. Then they
the
turned them into street cars.
that
Because
that road.
weren't they made for the Daytona 500?
Yes, that's right.
Because all the
But
other cars were beating them, and then Dodge wanted to build something that could keep up or be better than those other than Ford.
yeah, so I'm a big Ford fan. So, but I tell you what, to me, the Dodge was Dodge Charger, Challenger. They were beautiful cars. Chevy had some monsters as well. Yeah, you know what, Bob? It was like going into a candy shop, and it was easy to work on cars back then, and upgrade the engines and stuff like that. Now it's crazy.
Well, you'd be lucky if you could find a car or parts for those cars.
Um, yeah, well, with Dodge, I know they over here you get Mopar, so they do lots of aftermarket stuff for them now, and even cars that were made back in late '60s, '70s here, they're still building things for them. I guess for the collectors and that.
Mm-hmm. Because in people's backyards here, they're still finding old cars and old trucks, antiques,
Well, that's
that
one of the I like about
barnyards.
that's what I like about America is like you said, you can just walk into some farmyard, and the farmer's got some Dodge Charger just sitting there that's been hasn't been driven for 30 years or something silly like that.
Yeah. Or even old people's homes, upstairs in the attic, in the hope chest, they got like baseball cards or some kind of antique pistols and stuff that is worth so much, and they don't know nothing about that kind of stuff, and nobody knows what's upstairs until they pass away, and then the family takes over, and then there's a family feud on who's going to get what.
Yeah. Charlie, the XY Falcon GTHO 1971 was the fastest four-door car in the world. It did hold that record for a long time. And then that was the phase 3. And then they built the phase 4, or were about to build the phase 4, and the government banned it.
Just too fast.
Yeah. They thought they were getting out of control with it. So there is actually 4 of them that exist in the world today. 3 of them were race cars, and one was one that snuck out of the factory by one of the workers. And so that car, the value on it would be just crazy, because it's a one of a kind. It's unique. It's the only one of its type. Yeah, that's true, Bob. Suspension and brakes weren't up to scratch, really. When you're talking about leaf springs.
Hey, Van, who are you talking about overstaying? I'm just catching a little piece. I wasn't paying attention what they're talking about.
Yeah, I was watching what the guys were talking about with the cars. 65. Wow.
Yeah, that's something to pay attention about is overstaying. Don't overstay. Believe me.
They're talking about Barry.
Yeah. Don't overstay. Follow the rules. That's one thing I regret. I mean, I didn't do nothing wrong for, my entire stay. I just got sucker punched. Instead of getting punched, I got a blade in my head. But yeah, that's the only thing I regret. Not paying. But I always thought it was quite stupid. Why do I gotta pay to breathe air? I mean, to walk around on ground, on land, it's God's green earth, and you got to pay to breathe on somebody else's border.
Yeah,
I believe you ought to have open borders. If you're not doing nothing wrong and everything, I don't believe in nothing wrong with open borders.
Look, the only problem with that is that when you get people coming to your country who become a
Nuisance,
yeah,
a burden.
become a burden financially on your country. I mean,
Yeah.
that becomes an issue. I mean, you got, say, for instance, the Americans, you got all the guys saying the last thing they want is all those people coming from South America up through Mexico and becoming a burden
for they can get that handout.
Yeah, and I can understand why people would be upset about that. So that's where the open borders wouldn't work, Kev.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just silly about, it's just kind of silly how people want, because like in the Philippines, boy, you can survive pretty easily if you want to.
Yeah, but you still need an income coming in, Kev.
Oh, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like I said, I did it. I mean, me of all people, I got a certificate saying I'm a teacher of the month at a Korean language center. You know, I mean, me of all people, I'm tutor of the month. You know, that's just fucked up. because if you look at me, I'm some big burly looking person, and I'm teaching a whole bunch of Korean people and everything. But my way of teaching, I was teaching them like street English and stuff.
Yeah, but
My
they're too scared, Kevin, to not listen to you.
No, but see, my students, I taught adults and I taught college students, and my adults, like the fathers and stuff, that we would go out and drink, and we would have class, and we would have conversation, and that's what we would be talking about, what's going on and everything, but they had to do it in English, and they would sign my paperwork saying that we did everything, and they signed it that they went to class and everything, and I got paid for it. And matter of fact, some of the owners came with us when we went out drinking, because we had like a party, and they all came with us, and they asked if I could come with them. But I did that for quite a long time, because, like I said, I lost my business. Um, for 4 years, I lost it, and then after that, I had to go out and find some way to survive. And I went to the Korean school, and they took me in, and I was with them ever since.
Well, that's it. I mean, like you said, you can survive as long as you've got an income coming in.
Yeah,
Um,
you need a will.
but you do need that income. Otherwise, you're going to end up destitute over there, and
Well,
it wouldn't.
you don't want to have your hand out. Like, I mean, because I never seen no expats go to another expat and say, "Hey, buddy, can you give me something?" I never seen that happening, but I heard it happening on my show and other people's shows. I heard of people doing that, and that kind of freaked me out. But the expats that I know and seen, they were all like European, Swiss, German, some Belgium, um, French, and those kind of guys, and they were all living in like compounds that they built, and like on almost on one whole street in Iloilo, they all got different houses and stuff, and they almost called it like the United Nations Street, because they had all these different countries from these different men that was living there. But yeah, they were all pretty good guys. But I never seen Western, like American expat with his hand out.
Oh, I'm sure there's all nationalities like that over there. Yeah, Van Turner, those Korean girls are pretty girls. Some of them.
All girls are pretty. At a certain time at night, everybody, all women are pretty.
Yeah, well, I guess the more you drink, the prettier they get.
That's what I understand. or when it's closing time. Hurry up and pick one.
Yeah, we used to have a saying over here: GUE, go ugly early.
No, I never was in, Bob. I never was in Korea. I was in Korea on a layover, but I'm talking about Koreans in Iloilo in the Philippines. I taught Koreans there in the Philippines in Iloilo City. I went to a Korean academy that I know the owner, and he asked me if I want to join with them.
Did what was the pay like? Was the pay reasonable?
I got paid right around $400 plus room and board.
Is that for a month?
Yeah.
Okay, so the wages aren't real huge there.
No. But I got bonuses, and mine was under the table, and plus, like I said, plus I had room and board, so I didn't had to pay for no food, and I didn't had to pay for my room and electricity or cable and nothing. So everything was on my own. I mean, everything was through the school. And then off season, I went and visited. I went to with my family, and on the weekend I went with to my family.
Yeah, yeah. And Turner GUE is cheaper. Did you find that when you were teaching, it was when they're teaching English, it was mostly Americans teaching English, or people from all different countries?
I was the only American. I was the only Westerner that was
Ah,
in the school.
okay. So you would have been an asset in being the only Westerner.
Yeah. I had my that they used me as a selling point for the school. They're saying we have a Westerner, and they showed my picture teaching like older adults and college kids and high school kids. And
Okay, cool.
yeah, I mean, if you look in my Facebook, you'll see I got pictures of my classes and stuff.
Yeah, I don't use Facebook. Yeah, I got sick of it with people just taking pictures of their food and look at what I'm going to eat, and I just felt like making the comment of like, why don't you just eat the bloody thing instead of taking pictures of
Mm. Well, you must have seen my picture a couple of times then.
it? No, but everyone was doing it, and Facebook just seems to be the
Well,
place for
well,
rumors and
if you got a fine looking picture, I seen some very nice picturesque pictures of food like sunset with a plate, palm tree and stuff, and the ocean, how they had it, how they presented it. That looked pretty cool. But just a plate of a plain hamburger and everything.
yeah.
It's
Well,
not very presentable.
I can understand when you're in a foreign country doing that, but when you're just having people like in your own state that are friends and family, whatever, and they're just gone to a local restaurant and taking pictures of their food, it's like big deal. What are you doing? Eat it.
Talk about food. I get mad at my cousin when they go to other states here, and I ask where do they go eat, and they said, oh, just McDonald's, and they got all these fancy barbecue places where they can go and get these fancy barbecue ribs and barbecue chicken places, and they just went to McDonald's. I go, what the hell? You
Jeez.
got all these fancy places, and they cost the same amount of money. I mean, just go out and enjoy a good meal.
I got to pick on my last McDo Big Mac, McDonald's Big Mac. Yeah,
Oh man.
I mean, I'll occasionally get something like that, but I never feel good after eating it.
Are you talking about McDonald's or the gourmet food?
No, the McDonald's and
Oh
stuff like that.
hell. Shit. Well,
Just I'd rather go get myself some nice Chinese or even a pizza, over McDonald's. But see, we
pizza at
still have.
McDonald's.
So I'd rather have pizza than McDonald's.
Oh yeah, hell. Yeah. If I had a choice, I would much rather go to a nice takeout. I mean sit down instead of a takeout.
See, I know that you seem in America they seem to have all those franchises, but here we still have the family-owned pizza bars. So
yeah, the mom and pop places.
yeah, yeah, and they're much better than say Pizza Hut or Domino's, which to me they're not, not all that great.
Well, I always say support your local businesses.
Yeah.
Support your local grocery store. You know, your mom and pop grocery store, your mom and pop restaurants.
Um, I don't know, Charlie. I mean, it's always possible. I couldn't say for sure. I don't I like Chinese. They're sexy. Yeah, Chinese girls can be definitely.
Chinese. You know what I seen. I seen. I think it was on the Discovery Channel. Oh no, it was 60 Minutes, Australian 60 Minutes, and it was on YouTube, and they were talking about Russian women, but they were northern Russian women, and they looked like Chinese. You know, a little bit of a cross from China and Russia women, and they were so beautiful, boy. I mean, but they spoke in Russian, but they looked a little bit Chinese with the chinky eyes.
Yeah, look, I've seen. I forgot the name of the video. I wish I remembered because I'd like to show people, but it was Mongolian women, and you don't expect to see, or you don't expect beautiful women over there, but they got some drop dead gorgeous women in Mongolia.
Wow. Then
I mean,
what the hell is Gypsy doing? Shit.
well, from what I gather, he's sleeping with other people's wives, so he might wake up.
Oh, Gypsy. Gotta love him.
Yeah, Van Turner, the Mongolian, the girls there are hot as. And they look very Chinese. They have that Chinese look to them, that Asian look. But my God, they got some beautiful women over there, and you just don't expect it. Oh, it took me by surprise. But
Well, yeah,
wow,
Raymond. Russia and Asia, they can mix pretty easily because they're so close to each other.
well, like he says, a lot of their land mass is really Asian on the Asian continent. So, like you said, that's why you get those Russians that have that Asian look to them.
Yeah, Asian, Mongolian. Well, the Koreans came from Mongolia. The Mongolian race discovered they went down to Korea and did all those people and everything. You could trace their bloodline all the way back to Mongolia. You can also trace the American Indian and the American Eskimo and the European Eskimo all the way back into Mongolia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised when the landmass was all joined. They would have
Well,
travelled
we
through
we
there.
had the land bridge connecting
That's
Alaska
it.
and Russia together. I mean, in the wintertime, you can go from Nome, Alaska, to Little Diomede to Big Diomede to Russia, and you could walk across. So yeah,
Yeah,
there is a land bridge, ice bridge in the wintertime that you could just walk across.
yeah. See you later, Van Turner. The best thing about Mongolian women is they love meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. they're,
There you
they're big.
go.
They're big on red meat.
I don't know
So,
how often they get it, but
well, I prefer the meat eaters to the rice eaters.
well, because in that show that I was watching about the Russian families way up there in the Arctic, they had horses, but the horses look like ponies.
Yeah,
And the documentary guy asked one of the guys, "What is the ponies for? What is the horses for?" And they said for food. Like it's a herd, and that's what they use for meat. And they also have reindeer herds. and they're all tamed. It's a tamed reindeer. Tame meaning like cows, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, those Mongolian, like on the steppes there, the ponies, they're pretty tough, hardy animals. You got to remember the Mongolian armies of Genghis Khan, pretty
Yeah,
well.
same ponies, right? From the
Yeah,
Russian.
they nearly conquered the world, really. If Genghis Khan hadn't died, who knows how far they would have got.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they were saying here, most it was Rain Man. Most of the land mass, the land area of Russia is the Asian continent. Only a small portion of Russia is in Europe. The Ural Mountains dissect Europe and Asia area. Yeah,
Oh, all the way towards Alaska.
yeah,
Well,
that's right.
Alaska used to be owned by Russia once upon a time, not that long ago.
Yeah, the ice bridge in the Bering Straits. That's right. That's
Yeah,
how.
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's how. You eventually got the Native American Indians. They would have
Yeah.
come across the land bridge into
Well,
North
from
America.
from from Mongolia, they crossed over to Alaska, and then they worked their way from Alaska to Canada, from Canada down to Texas and everywhere down below. But
Yeah,
it wasn't overnight. I mean, it took a couple of thousand years to get there.
yeah, Van Turner, you're right. I'm pretty sure, like you said, Genghis had the biggest empire that has ever been. Pretty sure he conquered the greatest landmass of anybody. Um, Amazing what he did, really. But the Mongolian Empire fell apart. All the chiefs argued after he died, and they went their own ways. He was the only one that managed to get them all together. And
Well,
like I
they
said,
I think they were together by fair.
yeah, Spanish brought horses to America. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, they brought the horses and the Spanish soldiers and the armament that they
But
found down there in southern part of the U.S.
it's amazing when you look at things like that and how the American Indian adapted um, with the horse, and you know,
Well, you got to remember the horses were pretty docile.
but they were like I'm saying, like they were amazing uh, horsemen. Their skill on a
Mm.
horse
Oh
is
yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, they
Oh,
must have been kind of freaky to see. How did they know how to ride it?
oh, we got trouble. Dick Insider's in the room.
Hey, Dick Insider, Happy New Year, man.
Oh, face
Hey,
runner.
Face Runner.
If all those characters, yeah, it's disappointing. But I thought you were all right. Yeah, whatever, face runner. For all those guys, you don't even deserve to be in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, how you doing, Dick Insider? Anyway, mate.
yeah. Hell, Face Rider.
Yeah, he probably does write a few faces. Yeah, okay, face runner, whatever, mate.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You
Take up a
gotta
new.
learn. That's stupid.
Yeah, I'm not bad, Dick Insider. Got drunk on New Year's Eve and slept the next
Yeah.
day. So now I'm awake
I,
at
I, I
4:30.
hope you had one for me. I don't drink, so
I'm not a big drinker that day, Kev, but I thought, bugger, it, I've got some alcohol and thought might do it. And then I went and trolled Focus and Barry while they were on their live stream.
yeah, that's nice. I, I,
Yeah,
I was there at the end. I went over there and said hi to them last night.
Yeah, I had fun telling Barry to kiss my ass.
Well, did somebody say to Focus to give Barry a kiss, something like that?
Well, I think Barry was trying to do it, kissing the top of bloody Focus's head anyway.
Oh boy, somebody said that Barry's running around with his underwear on or something. I don't know.
No, I didn't see that.
Because he had no shirt on, and somebody just said he had just a pair of shorts on. I wasn't sure underwear or shorts or jockeys or whatever.
No, I didn't see that. Yeah, Charlie, that's exactly right.
He was with his girlfriend too. Yeah, he had some. He was with some girl.
Yeah, she came later on, and I have to admit, she was a stunning looking girl.
Yeah, but I understood that she wasn't very pleased with him.
Well, he kept trying to sort of move across and get her on camera, and she didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah,
I think she looked, well, you think about it. He's at a party. She doesn't know anybody, and they've just gone and picked her up and brought her there. So I guess she was probably feeling a little bit of out of place, not knowing anybody, Kevin.
yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, exactly. That's normal.
Yeah, you just gotta realize about that.
Yeah, I thought that too, Charlie. But I have seen him do some strange things in the past under the name Face Runner, and so I'm not really surprised. So, but it, like we said earlier, there's some trolls out there who are intelligent and they're clever and they're funny, and then there's others who are just nasty. You know,
Yeah, just a
that's
mean-hearted person. They think they're funny, but
yeah, they're not at all. That's when people talk about getting certain people out of the Philippines vlogging community. They're the guys that you really need to get rid of.
yeah,
You know,
I just blocked them from my channel.
you we don't need. You don't need that.
It's like
There's
a
enough.
disease.
Yeah, well, there's enough
Germ,
drama.
it'll just get bigger.
There's enough drama in the Philippines as it is. I mean, some of the guys are just downright crazy. A certain person, I don't want to mention his name. I've, I know people sometimes call him the sock.
The
um,
who?
the sock.
Oh,
You'd know him as the chair.
hey, the fly. Shit.
To me, that guy he lives on a different planet to everybody else. I
Well,
don't
he's
get.
definitely on a different wavelength.
If he did his own thing, he'd be a lot better off. And oh yeah, you're gonna. I mean, takes all types, doesn't it, Kevin?
Well, I looked at he was on him and I were both on at the same time. He got chased away, it looked like, and he opened up a channel, and I took a look at his channel, and he had around 15 people, but they were all trolls. He had that Italian spicy foot long guy on, and that was the only person I recognized. Everybody else I never seen before, and I was
Yeah.
going, damn, man.
See, that spicy, yeah, he was just out of control. I mean, Trusty and me had some issues at the beginning, but I don't know what happened, but we seem to get along okay now, and he's fine.
Yeah, Trusty comes and goes.
I think Trusty had issues with me when I was sort of following Barry, but now that that's sort of done with,
Hey, Linda.
I think he goes easy on me now.
Mm-mm. Linda's kind of up a little bit late.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, how you doing, Linda? Yeah, Linda. He was a lot of people. If that's true, I mean, there's no reason to say it's not. But if it's true, then yeah, he was out of control.
Sometimes people want to be in the spotlight and they'll do something or say something outrageous and they get attention, but it's kind of negative attention.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I went on a panel was with Barry and Jay, and I went on there to talk to the
I like
guys who
Jay.
I just went on to talk to the guys that were living over in the Philippines or had visited there just to learn about it. That's all I ever wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh God. Why ha. Hey
Tell
New
them what
York. New York the other day told me that my soul sucks.
How you doing, NCE?
I'm almost tempted to give him a 30-minute, I mean 30 300-second timeout, prick. I had my finger on the trigger too. Remember that.
Oh, gee.
Tell everybody that my soul sucks. Well, if it sucks, what are you doing here then? Do what? Yeah, whatever. Shit.
Let's face it, this is the place to be.
Yeah, right now. But damn, he had the balls to tell everybody that this place, my soul kind of sucked.
You know,
Well,
to
now
be
it's
honest,
awesome.
to be honest, I mean, not every show that we all do is going to be good, and that's fair enough. But
Well, I'm waiting for the next train wreck. Because that's something that you remember. That's
well,
when you want Frank on your show live, but he'll never come on live.
yeah, well, he's a train wreck in itself.
Yeah, but no. I'm talking about having him, Aloe, and a whole bunch of people, Peter, and all these guys, Jerry, and everybody, and have everybody going back and forth. That's a good train wreck.
Jesus.
We had a couple of those before.
Bob Jones, whose channel are you referring to? Yeah, I haven't watched that yet, NCE. I will watch it. I've seen I got a reminder that popped up a bit earlier. I think it was on Popeye's channel, so I will have a look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bob Jones. I don't follow him anymore. I'm not going to go into all the shit and that, but uh,
or you come here for thunder? Gaga.
but yeah, I don't follow him no more. Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, he did the dirty on all his subs when he used to tell us how much we all meant to him, and then he turned around and said he was going to stop doing the Philippine genre and do gaming. Well, I didn't sub to him to watch him play games.
Well, did he get his Xbox?
Well, I know Mr. iStory was going to get a box and paint an X on it and send it to him. Maybe he got that.
Hmm.
But no, I don't think so. I mean, where would he get the money from, Kev?
It cost quite a bit. I
Well,
don't know, but if you last night, just out of the blue, you guys, well, a lot of you guys, give me a super chat just out of the blue. I mean, a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there, and the other night I walked away with a pretty good sum. So I mean, like I said, Barry can do the same thing and sit on his money, and he could go buy his Xbox
the
if he don't
problem,
drink and smoke it.
yeah, that's right. The problem I see is that he's on a low income, but he's trying to live above his means.
Like a rich man.
Well, not so much a rich man, but he wants to live above his means. You know, he's
Hmm.
living a lifestyle that he can't really afford.
No, or you can admit to.
Yeah,
You had to come to terms,
yeah,
come back to reality.
yeah. That's right, NC. You need gear for a gaming channel. also, the other thing is the guys who make money on gaming channels are usually the top guys. And not only are they the top guys, they're also usually got a bit of charisma. I don't see Barry having either.
Charisma's nice to have if you know how to play it.
But, like you've got to have a personality to suit. You can't be
Yeah.
getting angry at people all the time. You get angry
You
going off. People
got to
don't
be
want
a
to.
little bit low keyed, a little bit
Yeah,
happy go lucky.
yeah,
Don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to rip off somebody's head.
yeah. Yeah, and see, that's right. That's when you're doing that sort of
Yes,
it doesn't endear you to people, and unfortunately, Barry doesn't endear himself.
exactly. You can call your sub fat boy, fuck boy. Who you calling a fuck boy?
No, no, he's saying that's what Barry used to call his subs when they would say something he didn't like.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my god!
you can't get away with that, Kevin.
I never heard that part before. Come on, Barry. Shit.
Yeah, I think you're right, Charlie. But like I said, I don't understand that guy at all. He just lives on a different planet to everyone else, and I had the guys directed me to that video he did that he did of the interview behind the palm tree and making out he was in the Philippines when he was in Hawaii. That was hilarious.
Oh, I heard about that too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Trying to make it out like he's in another place.
And the weird thing was I seen a video he did where he admitted to being a sex pat, and now he's attacking sex pats. So the guy is just here and there and
I just
everywhere.
want to see the video where he can't find Starbucks in the mall. I'd love to see that one.
That is on his list. The guys pointed me to that one too. He's embarrassing. I mean, I feel sorry for his partner because she copped a lot because being with him, and it's not her fault.
Well, I think that's on a time limit. So slowly.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, to be honest with you, he's an embarrassment to any Westerner over there.
All of us.
Yeah, yeah, he is. I agree. Yeah, Bob Jones, he is a strange guy. Yeah, NCE, I agree. And the worst thing about those rant, if he just stuck to doing his own thing, he'd be so much better off. But I got a feeling he's seen some guys work on the drama angle, and he thinks he can get more subs uh, by causing drama. But in his case, it's just turning people off.
Yeah, those drama people, they already forgot about them.
And Kevin, I know drama can get you a few views, but at the end of the day, it's got a shelf life. People get sick of it very easily, very quickly.
Well, yeah, all you're gonna get the trolls coming in, and then then your normal viewers are gonna say fuck it and go away.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So they're gonna scare away everybody, and you're gonna just you're gonna get the bad people coming in. That's why you need good monitors.
Yeah, and a moderator, it's harder than what you think because sometimes people are going to say stuff to you that you don't like, but you got to let people have an opinion. It's only when they start to get personal or just saying nasty stuff that's when you get rid of them.
Yeah,
But if they have an opinion that you don't like, sometimes you just got to let it go and let them have that opinion and let them have their say.
yeah. Because I know my show doesn't suck, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the weirdest thing about it. He wants this drama, but then he blocks everybody anyway.
Yeah, he blocked me. I mean, he comes on my show all the time and talks smack, but he won't let me come on his show.
You know, I got blocked on his show before I even went to it.
Already, huh?
I was blocked before I even went onto one of his live streams.
Hmm.
And he got caught out. It was funny actually because I thought, all right, he's being stupid, so I was going to be stupid myself, and I wrote in his chat, "Hey man, who cut your hair?" Well, his wife, who's his girlfriend, who is his mod, said, "What's wrong with Frank's hair?" Well, Frank didn't see what I said, but he seen what his wife said, and he started talking about, "Oh yeah, the barber cut it the wrong way and shit," and it was hilarious because he thought his wife was talking about his hair, and because he didn't see what I had said.
Hmm.
You know that's true, NC, and the guys in your chat room can bring more people and give you more views with the subjects that they bring up, and you know they give you the ideas or the subjects to talk about. You
Well,
know,
it's nice to have a partner on your show, like you coming on. Then it takes away some of the weight,
well that's true too. It does make it easier. Um,
especially out of well, this is a 2 hour show, and I mean it just takes away some of the burden if there's more than one guest on your show.
yeah, I mean I'm happy to come on anytime.
That's why.
Kev.
Well, I try to get BK, but I haven't seen. I haven't heard from him for a couple of days.
Yeah, I've seen him earlier. I always give him a hard time.
Yeah.
But he was on Havoc Masters live stream.
Well, I like him. Happy Master. He's a pretty good guy.
He's funny. I don't know if the guys in your chat heard this, but I'm going to tell you this story. And it was funny. His wife actually, he got his wife on the live stream to tell everybody because he said we would never believe it. But you know how the Filipinas like dried fish? She liked dried fish, and while he was at work, she's not allowed to cook the dried fish while he's at home because it stinks. So instead of putting it in a pan or anything, she's put it straight onto the stove. And anyway, she's cooking it, and after a while, there's a knock at the
I
door.
already. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish it.
Yeah, there's a knock at the door, and there's a couple of police officers standing there, and they start looking through her house for a dead body because the people in the places that live around them all thought there was a dead body in the house because of the smell. And then they asked her, like, "Where's your husband?" And she said, "Oh, he's not home." They started looking around the house for a dead body because they smell this horrible smell that smelled like a dead body.
Oh,
Because she
the
was,
dried fish. Oh God, that's horrible stuff. Never cook it in your house.
yeah, and they actually went to Havoc Master's work to make sure he was there in case that she had killed him.
Oh gosh. I mean, it's horrible. Hey, NCE, tell you the truth, earlier I went upstairs and I brought down some jalapeno poppers that we had last night, and we had guacamole, and that's what I had for breakfast. But sorry about the buffet has already been closed, bro.
Oh, yeah. I had to laugh too, guys. It was, and she hadn't, I don't think she'd been in America all that long, and she was panicking, you know, like they're looking out
Shit.
for.
Nobody dead here. Just cooking. Damn it.
I've never smelt it, but I've heard that it does stink.
Oh, it's horrible. You're never let anybody cook it in your house again. If you smell it, it smells like old dried socks that never been washed, old smelly old socks, and then you burn it, and that's what it
Uh,
kind of smells like.
yeah, well, that's what Stephen told her. He said, "Look, if you're going to cook that stuff, cook it when I'm not at home." So he was at work, and she cooked it. She was home by herself, and
Horrible.
Linda, I've heard that. Somebody else told me that too. It might have been Focus. Said, yeah, it smells horrible when they cook it, but it actually tastes all right. But I'm not so sure I'd want to taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, NCO, I can understand that if it is like that, I can understand why they cook outside because you wouldn't want
But
that
if
smell.
you cook it outside, you got to be careful about cats coming around taking it. I've seen cats jump on the barbecue and try to grab it.
Jesus. Okay, Linda.
Cat's hungrier than me. But I never tried it. My kids' moms, they sure like it.
Uh, Happy New Year, Chicken Choker. Hope you had a good one, mate.
Chicken choker. Happy, happy.
That's my favorite YouTube name, man. Chicken Choker.
Definitely. Well, him and Dick and Cider definitely is unique.
Uh, Dried fish and rice. I don't know about that, Charlie. It doesn't sound all that good.
Well, I had squid that was like beef jerky,
Oh, that
and
would be cool.
it was dried with sugar on top, like brown sugar, and that tasted pretty good when it was done.
So I like, we call it calamari here. You get the calamari rings,
Yeah,
but you got to be careful with that too because if you overcook it, it just becomes rubbery and chewy.
yeah. Deep fried. I had it before, and it tastes like onion rings.
Dried fish is good dipped in vinegar. Okay,
Okay.
I'll give it a try. Yeah, I hear you, Charlie. Autocorrect is a pain in the bum.
Hey Thomas, how you doing, brother? How's your weather up north? Still got a heat wave, or is it cooling down now? Hey Jerry, Happy New Year, man. Threw you a link last night. You never showed up.
Hey, how you doing, Jerry?
Matter of fact, I think I threw you a link earlier this morning. If
He
you want to
didn't
hop on, you can.
he didn't give you that excuse that he was working because we know that he doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Jerry was having a few when I talked to him yesterday.
Oh,
Having
good on him.
having a having a having a having a high dollar bottle of champagne.
Good on him. Why not?
No work today, huh?
I mean, when he's at work, all I've ever seen him do is lick envelopes, mate.
No. I was figured he would have a machine that does it.
He is the machine.
Oh, that's cool. I got something he could lick. Shit. How about some toe jam? How does that sound?
These guys, they're playing some game called Yugen. I don't know what it is, or I've never heard of it before. It looks like Chicken Choker and Linda are right into it.
Hmm.
We'll have to look it up one day, but Jerry has champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
Hey Jerry, I threw you a link if you want to hop on. You could pay your respects. You could be civil.
Jerry, I'm always nice. Well, kind of.
Hey, I went on your show. You owe me. Shit. Shit.
Oh,
That
Jason, how
sounds
you doing?
bad, huh?
How you doing, Jason? I'm pretty sure Jason is the guy that went to the Philippines. He actually met Jay and Barry.
What Jason are we talking about?
Jason Michael, he's in the chat now. He went for a holiday to the Philippines. I
Nice.
think he, I think he wants to get back there too. And I don't blame him.
Yeah. Going to the Philippines gives is like a virus.
It's
Makes
the
you
same.
want to come back.
It's the same with those guys who go to Thailand. They all seem to want to go back.
Well, I think any foreign land has that gravitatory pull on you.
Well, that's true. I mean, I went to the US twice. I loved it, especially in the Midwest where things are a little bit slower and people are a lot friendly. I liked them. And one of the things I know they talk about fast food and fried food in the US, but I loved it, man. I couldn't get enough of it. And the
Yeah.
24 diners and things like that.
Did you go to Vegas?
No, no, no. Flew into LA, then flew up to Denver.
Oh,
Then,
that how was that? Did you go to Mile High?
look,
I guess that's the airport, right?
yeah,
Because Denver is the Mile High in the air.
um, it's a beautiful place. Um, then went to Fort Worth, where I couldn't believe. I don't know what it is about Texas, but it seems to have a overpopulation of blondes over there.
Huh.
Um, then
Well,
went
isn't that
to
what you guys have?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and then into Oklahoma, which a lot of people gave me shit about Oklahoma because all the guys in the rest of the states that I knew call it the land of steers and queers, but
Hmm.
I like. It's a nice place. I was in Tulsa. It's had a real country feel to it. So um, yeah, I enjoyed the US. I wish I just got to see a few other things. I would like to get up to South Dakota and North Dakota. And I think it's in South Dakota where you got Mount Rushmore. I really wanted to see that, and I never got
Well,
it.
I'm not sure. Is it? Huh.
I think I think Mount Rushmore, South Dakota.
Hmm.
Yeah, Montana would be nice. Uh, Jason, yeah, thanks, Chicken Choker, man. I might have to take you up on that. Get back over there. Jason, I've got to sort out a place of my own here before I get back over or get to go anywhere. Once I do that, then I'll be traveling.
Hmm.
Uh, Chicken Choker, that sounds good, mate. I mean, one of the memories I have, Kev, is cruising down Route 66 in what was it? A Mercury Cougar, drinking Bud Lights with my mate. I'll never forget that.
You guys were drinking and driving?
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
Okay. I want to say, all right, man, but okay.
You know, we got pulled over one time, and thankfully we didn't have beers in our hands at the time or anything. And as soon as the what they like the highway patrol there, because the over there it's really strange. You have the the city police are different to the ones that do the highways out there.
Yeah, the highway patrol.
Yeah, and as soon as the guy heard my accent, I reckon we spent at least half an hour just talking about Australia with him, mate.
Well, that's cool. BS. Yeah, state police. The troopers have a different attitude compared to city police.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have no issues with any. The only time I had any issues in the US was when I went back the second time because the first time was before 9/11. The second time was after 9/11. And the second time I got detained at LAX by in there and they did an Interpol check on me.
Huh.
But that was okay. I got through that.
I had my first time coming back from the Philippines, going back. I had to stop at LAX and going getting a plane going up to Alaska. And at immigration there was a guy, a Filipino officer, immigration officer, and he was looking at my papers and stuff. He was looking at where I came from Anchorage, and he looked at me and he said, um, he goes, "Well, there's a lot of Filipinos in Alaska, isn't there?" And I go, "Yeah." And he stamped my card and let me go. But I was going, man, that took some balls. Like he goes, like, why you go to Philippines when there's a lot of Filipinos in Alaska? Or they're different. They're not the same Filipinos. There's two different kinds of Filipinos. Like women wise.
Well, I guess when you're talking about in Alaska or the US anywhere, you're talking about westernized
Yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Much different.
Usually Filipino women that are already here in the U.S., they're not going to associate with you. They're going to associate with their own kind. That's
Yeah,
just how it is.
yeah, it's a bit sad, but yeah, that's how it is. I've heard that.
They're already here in the U.S. they already they don't need.
Yeah, but they're not all like that either. So I mean,
No, that's correct. There are a lot of nice Filipino. Somebody told me that I should go to up to Chicago area because there's a lot of Filipinos that need to get hurry up and get married before they get deported because their time is up. I thought that was kind of funny.
yeah, Jason, Alaska would be one of those places that I would love to see it, and I mean, I don't
Well,
know
that's
how
just a young man's place.
I don't know how I deal with the cold, but it definitely, like Kev said earlier, it's one of the last great frontiers on the planet, really. What have we got here? The Filipinos with mean versus the hard up Filipinos is what you mean. Yeah, that's probably true, Rain Man.
Yeah.
That's it's probably the if you want to be honest about it, that's probably what it is. Totally different attitudes. But again, not you can't. I know some of the guys over there that I've met through here, and that they're married to Filipinos, and they couldn't be happier. They're not all negative stories. I'm sure there's lots of
Yeah,
bad
that's
stories,
true.
but
I
not.
I got I got a cousin. He grew up in Germany because his father was in Air Force in Germany, and he came back his family moved back to the U.S. over by Spokane, Washington, and he met a Filipino in online, and he went to the Philippines and met her, and she had a son, and he he brought them both to the U.S. and he's happily ever after.
Yeah. Oh,
She 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 got hooked up with a whole bunch of Filipino that live in America, like in their city, and they all get together and have dinners and parties and holiday parties and birthdays and stuff, and they're all pretty happy. It's a close knit group. So,
yeah.
hey, Linda, have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, Linda. Yeah, like I mean, if you talk to Fives, you're going to hear all the negative ones.
Yeah,
He's had some bad experiences,
but
but they're not all like that.
my cousin is happily married and they got a son and she has her son, but it's their son now because he adopted him. And like I said, we met and everything. We had a family reunion when we went up to when I went to Yakima, and that's in Washington State. And yeah, so everybody, there's a lot of bad stories, but there's a lot of good stories too. So
Exactly.
I think there's more good stories than bad stories, but we
Well,
usually hear about the bad stories. We don't hear much about the good stories.
I was going to say that. Yeah, the bad stories stand out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what it is.
Just like you have you go on vacation, and if you have one bad experience, that's what you're going to remember. You're not going to really remember too much about your trip. But for me, I had a couple of bad experiences in the Philippines, but still, I still love the Philippines, and I wasn't prepared with my business. I wasn't prepared, and I was ill repaired. I
Yeah,
wasn't ready for what I was getting myself into, and don't sleep with your business partner.
you know, that's one of the good things about talking to the expats that are living there and people that have been there. You get to learn a little bit, and you know what to be wary of and what to expect. I mean, it doesn't prepare you for everything, I'm sure, but it helps. Um, to learn about a place before you go there.
Seriously, because if I had a friend that was already there in the Philippines, and he, if I could have somebody like what we are doing now, and he could like meet me there and like guide me and stuff, and she could still be my girlfriend, but I mean, I'm talking about Filipino or Westerner guiding me and holding my hand, because well, I'm in a foreign country and I think I know everything, but I don't know everything, and that was my mentality. But I lasted for 4 years before I went under.
The thing is, even like myself or anyone else learning about the Philippines now through you guys, we're still bound to make mistakes. Until you actually get there and experience it, you're not really 100% prepared. Like I said, it helps to talk to expats and people who have been there, but until you're there and experience it, Kevin.
Or
Um,
at least go there a couple of times before you make the big decision.
exactly. That's probably the best advice that you can give anybody. Don't.
Don't be gung ho and go there and say I am here and plant your flag, and then you get eaten up by the piranhas, because there's a lot of piranhas out there.
Jake and Michael, that's a good point. It's as much about learning what not to do as much as what to do in the Philippines. That's definitely right. Um,
Well, I'm a professional on what not to do, because I know that what not to do because I done it before. I had two girlfriends at the same time. Both of them got pregnant at the same time.
Shit.
I got kids from two different women. I thought I could eat. I thought I could burn my candle at both ends at the same time and have a good time. And because in the U.S., that's okay to have like more than one girlfriend. I mean, you don't think about it, but in the Philippines, that's different. A lot of Filipino women are like territorial. You only can have one, and don't cross them and have another one.
I'm
And
surprised you got out of there with your willy intact.
but but see, my son passed away when he was 10 months old,
Oh,
and
sorry.
my daughter's mom, she was sad and she was happy at the same time because my son passed away, and I thought that was kind of cruel. But she said, but see, they are very they believe in that black magic, superstitious. They believe in that to the they believe in voodoo and all that stuff. And my son's mom wrote a letter saying that my daughter's mom put a curse on my son, and that's why he passed away and everything.
Oh,
And they confronted each other and to face, and they fought in the middle of the street, fighting. and
no.
and this is in my neighborhood, and I lived in the gated area, and everybody came out watching and stuff, and I was freaking out, and I was trying to break them up and everything.
Wow.
Some of their clothes was being ripped, and all my neighbors was talking about the white guy and these two women fighting and stuff. So you got to be careful what you do, because a whole bunch of people is going to be talking about you.
Yeah, that's not good. Just reading here, there's places like BGC Thunder. That's different world in itself. What's BGC Chicken Choker? I'm not sure what the BGC is.
Hmm.
Something like Baguio City, or I'm not sure.
But a lot of people want to have more than one girlfriend. I mean,
Um,
I mean, I hear about different people having different babes and stuff. But they can get pregnant pretty easily. And
okay. Do you know that place, Kevin?
no, I never heard of it.
Bonifaco,
Oh,
Bonifaco City. I've never heard that even mentioned before. Chicken Choker is expensive as first world cities. Okay, I've never heard of it before.
hmm.
I'm guessing it's an area close to Manila, or okay, near McCartney. Okay,
Hmm.
no, so I've never heard that mentioned before. So I mean, I've been talking to guys in the Philippines genre for a while now, and that's the first time I've ever heard.
but but see, a lot of married guys have mistresses, all the time, and and a lot of the married women, they accept that. And but if a foreigner does it, that's a stone in the fence. You could go to jail for it. But if a Philippine national does it, then that's normal. That's a norm.
Well,
But
the thing
if
you have to worry about is the family too. If you do that sort of shit, Kevin.
oh yeah, yeah, I got browbeated quite a bit on both sides of different families. Shit.
Okay, thanks, Rayman. Yeah, Unreal Chicken Shaker. That's the first time I've ever heard anyone mention the place. So I'd never heard of it before.
So in other words, don't be greedy. Only have one and be happy with one, because there's a lot of fine looking women, young, middle aged women out there, and you got to be satisfied with one. So don't be. I mean, that's why it's nice. Don't be grabby and don't be grab one woman moment you get there. Take it easy and maybe wait a week before you grab one.
Yeah, I think the problem some guys have is, and you can't blame them for sleeping around and that. But if you do that, you're never going to be satisfied. The grass is always going to be greener on the other side.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I think if you find a good girl and settle with one girl, I think at the end of the day, you'll be a lot more happier and content.
well, you don't appreciate until it's gone.
Yeah.
Kind of like me. I mean, my family's gone, and I yearn for my family so much.
Well, Kev, they're not gone. You can get back there. It's just a matter of, you know,
Time.
persevering. Yeah, persevering, but they're not gone. They're still there
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
He's born with a spork. Oh, jeez. Mm.
Appreciate that, chicken choker.
That's the thing, with you, Kev, it's your family's still there, they're waiting. Um, you still got the chance to get back there, and be with them. So that's all you need to do now is work towards that goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't, I was going to say I can't imagine what it's like, but I was separated from my son for a little while until he was old enough to get a license and his own car and come and see me. So
Well,
I
that's
know what it's
nice,
like.
huh?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
So you get to be, but you are lucky enough that you can be. Because see, I left my sons when they were at a certain age, and my sons got a grudge because I abandoned them. They said, and they I left them when they needed me the most. So I mean, like what I'm talking about when I was in Alaska, my son was 11 was 10 years old when I left, and I came back 13 years later, and he said he needed me when he was growing up, and I wasn't there for him, and he holds a grudge against me for that.
Oh well, that's sad.
But we talk to each, we the wall is being broken down and stuff. He calls me up and calls me old man and stuff, and but we are having conversation now. So
They do eventually. Even friends have told me too when I was going through a hard time, not seeing my son, and my friends were telling me, "Look, they'll find a way back to you," which he did, and it's been great. And I think at the end of the day, Kev, even though you had issues, I think as they get older, they'll see things differently and gravitate back to you.
yeah,
At the end of
see,
the day,
my daughters have my last name, and they have my paperwork. Like when they were born, they I signed mass amounts of papers for them, um because I'm American citizen. They are recognized as the same thing
yeah.
as me. So, but you know, um,
I
I
wonder if you
have a
could.
couple more papers that I can sign from here, and I could get notarized and send it to them, and then they can finish it there.
Well, if you could do that for your sons, I think that would be a good thing. And you know, at the end of the day, the one thing that that can't be changed, Kevin, is that you're always going to be their dad. You know,
Yeah.
no matter what, you're always going to be their father. And I think that they realise that at the end of the day. And I said, as they get older, they'll look at things differently. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, when they get a license and got their own car, it makes it so much easier. If you don't get along with your ex, to me it was a godsend because he came to see me, and now we see each other on a regular basis. He was actually here today. Um,
Hmm. Well, that's cool.
yeah, yeah,
Did you order
and
enough to drink? Have a beer?
yeah. Well, he's 21.
Oh, so that's nice. I mean, that you can share a moment, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The other thing too is it's different here in Australia because I believe the drinking age in the US is 21,
Yeah.
but it's 18 in Australia.
Well, it used to be 19 in the US back in the 80s. And then I think it was 81 it changed, but back in 80 it was drinking age was 19.
I could never understand that, and it was kind of ludicrous that in the US they could grab an 18-year-old and send him over to Vietnam, but yet he wasn't old enough to drink. That's nuts.
but he's old enough to vote though.
Yeah, but that's crazy. How can you say he's not old enough to drink yet you're old enough to send him over to another country and possibly get killed? I mean, that's nuts. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. Ah, excellent, Jason. That's cool. Excellent, mate. Unreal. Yeah, and this year too, he uh, he wanted a new CD player and that for his car, and one that has the Bluetooth for his phone and all that. So I
Mm,
bought him that for Christmas, and
nice.
I asked him, what did your mother get you? And he said, "Oh, nothing." And he lives with her. Like, yeah, she turned out to be a real cow.
Kind of cold.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it's very selfish. Yeah, I don't
Well,
want to say
hopefully
too.
your son didn't get her anything. Shit.
No, he probably didn't.
I hope not. At least take it back and give it. I mean, where's my gift? Well, where's you know your mom? His mom says, "Where's my gift?"
Yeah, Jason, it is crazy. Um, well, I guess my son, he's not used to buying gifts because every year we would just get him stuff. So,
Mm.
and I didn't get nothing from him either. But then, I didn't expect anything from him. And like they say, to it's that giving that gives you more joy than receiving.
That's what they say. Hey,
Yeah.
Ken, how was lunch?
I went
Did,
out.
did, did you
With
grab the bill or
if it's
did you
like
stiffer with it? Or did you get up and leave and say you're going to go to the bathroom and just leave?
Rain Man,
Leave the bill.
yeah, Rain Man. That sounds more reasonable being 18, especially when you can you know grab someone and throw them in the army at
Oh.
18. That should be the drinking age as well.
Well, different like in the military's birthday, the birthday of like the army or the birthday of the Marines or the birthday of the Air Force, all military personnel can drink on that day.
Yeah, yeah. I
So if,
think
if you're 18 years old, you can drink even though you're not of age, but on base you can drink,
oh, that's good. That's cool. Yeah, Jason, I think you're right.
from what
Um,
I understand.
I think the kids will eventually, yeah, they realize what's going on. But yeah, because I think it's silly to draft someone to go to war for you, and but then they're not allowed to drink. So I guess that makes sense if they can get on the base and drink still.
I'm not sure what it is for the unlisted men that they have a bar on base.
Okay.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, it's been a good stream, Kev. Thanks for inviting me on.
Well, I'll have you on again if you want to come back on another time, like tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wednesday, we're gonna have another show. My time,
Look, if I'm
7:30 at night.
if I'm around, Kevin, I'm happy to jump on any time with you. Not a problem.
All right, bro. Yeah, that's good. I got your email address.
Well, it's been enjoyable.
Great, brother. Happy New Year's.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all the guys in the chat. Thanks for the
You
talk.
try to go back and get a couple of winks.
I don't know if I can. I got some alcohol in the fridge too. I might.
Well, there you go.
that
There
might
you
help.
go, buddy. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, that'll help me. That'll help put me to sleep.
Well, at least it'll help mellow you down a little bit.
Look, yeah, guys, take it easy. All be safe. Thanks for joining the chat. It's been great talking to you. Thanks, Kevin, for having me on.
Yep.
And hopefully, I'll talk to all of you real soon. So, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, thanks for coming on the show. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Raymond, always nice for you to come. Ken, Happy New Year. Chicken Choker. Thomas, always good.
Chicken Chuck, I love that name, man.
No nonsense. Happy New Year, brother.
Oh, no nonsense. Is he in there?
Well, he popped in.
Yeah, he's another good guy. I like no nonsense.
Yeah. He's been nice to me. Left all around. He's a real good guy.
Yeah, Charlie, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, Lefty's a good guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of what is that? Oho?
Oh,
Yeah. He's been pretty nice. There's a lot of nice guys out there. Oh, Linda came in. She's pretty cool. All the girls are real nice. I didn't see Old Man. Old Man is good. Your countryman.
Dave Knopfler.
Yeah.
There you go. Speak of the devil, there he is.
Well, he just popped in?
Yeah, just throw you a donation,
Jesus.
mate.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, no nonsense. Appreciate that.
Yeah, look, the guys, like, they make the show, Kevin.
Well, like I said, if you have a halfway good show, people are gonna treat you halfway nice. If we can just keep away the ankle biters, those are the bad trolls. Those are the ankle biters. Kick them off.
No, it's good to get, because everyone's got different opinions and that's not a bad thing.
I don't mind different people's opinion, but don't make it racial and don't make it personal.
Jason, I don't use it, but I might have to soon because everyone's always asking me about Facebook.
It's nice. Well, you can have a business Facebook and you can have a personal Facebook.
Yeah, I might have to do it one day just to keep in touch with some of the guys,
Well, my girls appreciate it. See, I'm not gonna. I'll get my check for December. I get my check for this month. Okay, it's always next month. I get the YouTube check.
Yep.
So this check, this is January's check. I'll get this check on February on my birthday. I'll get this check. So
You're a nut, no nonsense.
So, but that money that we got for December, my daughter's birthday is in 4 days now.
You know,
So
what you need to do is just have a separate bank account and put a little bit in there all the time. So, and have that as your money to get back to the Philippines, mate. You,
yeah,
you need to get back to those girls and your
yeah,
son.
that is the real truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark.
All right, guys. You all take care. Thanks, Kevin. Have a good day.
Yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I
Okay.
just wanted to have a show in the morning time. Nobody else was on, so I figured I would jump on and say hey and see what's happening. Had a
No, it was
good
good.
show. We went up to around 34 people. We got 20 right now, so we kept
Yeah.
our head above water.
No, it was good. It was a good chat. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll
Yep.
talk
See
to
you,
you
guys.
all later on. God bless. Stay out of trouble. Sleep it off. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. I'll talk to you all later. Big Kevin is out. Thank you for coming to my bullpen, and I'll talk to you all later on.